Menstrual cycle. The reproductive cycle in the female primates is called menstrual cycle. The first menstruation begins at puberty and is called menarche. In humans, menstruation is repeated at an average interval of about 28 to 29 days. So accordingly, some will have a 28-day cycle, some will have 29-day cycle, or some can also have 30 to 31 days cycle according to the physiology of their body. So the events which are starting from one menstruation till the next one is called the menstrual cycle. So all the events in the cycle which are starting from one menstruation till the next one is called the menstrual cycle. A ovum is released during the middle of each menstrual cycle. Okay, you have to remember this. At the day 14, the ovum will be released. The major events of the menstrual cycle you can see in the diagram. See, you can see 4 parts in the diagram. When we start from in the ascending order from down to upper side, we see in the diagram first the uterine events, then the ovarian hormone levels, then ovarian events and pituitary hormone levels. So there will be also requirement of the pituitary hormones for these cyclic changes. So the cycle will start with the menstrual phase. Okay, the first phase is the menstrual phase, where the menstrual flow occurs and it lasts for 3 to 5 days. As you can see in the diagram, the uterine events, you can see the menses, that is nothing but the breakdown of the endometrium with blood, secretions and ovum. Okay, so it will last for 3 to 5 days. The menstrual flow results due to breakdown of the endometrial lining of the uterus and its blood vessels, which forms liquid that comes out through vagina. So menstruation will occur only if the released ovum is not fertilized. If there is a presence of sperm and the ovum is fertilized, then that will be indicative of pregnancy and menstruation will not occur. So if a female is pregnant, then menstruation will not occur until the delivery of the baby. It may also be caused due to some other underlying causes like stress, poor health. So menstrual cycle can be disturbed. Okay, in the case of pregnancy it will not occur, or if the person is suffering from any kind of stress, poor health, then there will be changes in this menstrual cycle. Okay, the menstrual phase will be followed by the follicular phase. Okay, after menstrual phase, that is 3 to 5 days, there will be the follicular phase. During the follicular phase, the primary follicle, as you can see in the diagram, the developing follicle, that is a primary follicle in the ovary, will grow to become a fully mature Graafian follicle. You can see in the diagram, the primary follicle is developing. In the ovarian events, you can see that the primary follicle is developing into the mature follicle. Okay, so this is the follicular phase. And this Graafian follicle that is formed finally will undergo proliferation, and at the day 14 the ovum will be released. Now these changes which are occurring in the uterus are induced by pituitary as well as the ovarian hormone. So the pituitary hormones are FSH and LH, that is follicle stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone, and the ovarian hormones are progesterone and estrogen. The secretion of the LH and FSH will increase gradually during the follicular phase and stimulate follicular development as well as secretion of the estrogen by the growing follicle. Now LH and FSH will attain a peak level at the middle of the cycle, that is the day 14, and here due to the rapid increase of the LH in the mid cycle, the Graafian follicle will burst itself and there will be release of ovum, and that is the ovulation phase. That is ovulation. The ovulatory phase will be followed by the luteal phase. Okay, now the Graafian follicle which releases the ovum what will happen to this Graafian follicle? Now this Graafian follicle will transform itself into corpus luteum. This corpus luteum will secrete large amount of progesterone, which is essential for maintenance of the endometrium. Okay, and the endometrium is necessary for the implantation of the fertilized ovum and other events of the pregnancy. So every month the uterus prepare itself for the pregnancy. If the ovum is not fertilized, it will be removed in the menstruation, but if the ovum is fertilized, then it will be implanted in the endometrium of the uterus. Okay. Now this menstrual cycle ceases at around 50 years of age in females, and this is termed as menopause. And this, you can find out why this happens by going through the oogenesis process. So cyclic menstruation is an indicator of normal reproductive phase and extends between menarche and menopause. So you can see in the diagram, the ovarian hormones increases. The ovarian hormone that is given in the blue line, that is estrogen, increases during the first half phase, and the second hormone, progesterone, that is necessary for the maintenance of the endometrium, rises in the second phase. The developing follicle, when developed into mature follicle, okay, this phase is the follicular phase, and after that, after release of the ovum, the Graafian follicle will convert itself into corpus luteum, and this corpus luteum will increase the level of progesterone so that the maintenance of the endometrium will occur. And at the day 14 in the diagram, you can see that LH and FSH both are having the peak level, and the LH surge is necessary for the release of the ovum from the Graafian follicle. So it's a very important topic, and you have to draw the diagram and show all the necessary events which are occurring in this. Now for your convenience, I am also making a video in which I will show all the follicular phases with all the phases in the menstrual cycle with a little brief description. Okay. So this is a brief description of the menstrual cycle. I have divided it into phase, days and events. So the first phase, as we discussed earlier, was the menstrual phase, that takes 1 to 5 days, and for every individual that is different according to the physiology of the body. So in the first phase, the endometrium, that is the inner layer of the uterus, will break down. The cells of the endometrium will come, the secretions, the blood and the unfertilized ovum will be there in the flow, that is the menstrual flow, and here the progesterone production will be reduced, as we have seen the role of the ovarian hormone. So in the first phase, the estrogen level was high, and in the second phase, that is after 14 days, the progesterone level was high. So the endometrium will break down, and the menstrual flow, that is the blood, will contain cells of endometrium, secretions, the unfertilized ovum, and the particular ovarian hormone, that is progesterone production, will be reduced. Now the second phase is the follicular phase. As we have seen that the primary follicle gets mature into the Graafian follicle. So here at day 16 to 13, what will happen? The endometrium will rebuild. It will start rebuilding itself. The follicle stimulating hormone, the luteinizing hormone, that are the pituitary hormone, will start their secretion, and the secretion will increase, and their secretion will stimulate the follicular development, that is the development of primary follicle into the Graafian follicle, and the secretion of the estrogen. So see, from 1 to 14 day, the progesterone is reduced and the estrogen is increased, and both the follicle stimulating and luteinizing hormone secretion is increased. and the follicle is developing from primary to the Graafian follicle, so that at day 14 the Graafian follicle can burst itself and release the ovum. So the third phase is the ovulatory phase. In the ovulatory phase, but obvious, ovum will be released, ovulation will occur, and here there will be the peak level of pituitary hormone, that is luteinizing hormone and follicle stimulating hormone. So there will be peak level of luteinizing hormone and follicle stimulating hormone, and this is called the ovulation or the ovulatory phase. Now in the luteal phase, the Graafian follicle which was formed, as you have seen in the diagram, that the primary follicle was developing into the Graafian follicle, and after the release of ovum from the Graafian follicle is there. So now what will happen in the luteal phase, that Graafian follicle will convert itself into a structure that is called corpus luteum. Now this corpus luteum will form, that is a flower shaped structure. When this is formed, it will secrete what? It will secrete progesterone. Okay. So the endometrium will thicken itself. It started rebuilding itself. Okay. In this phase it started rebuilding itself, and at this phase it will be thickened, and the glands there become secretory. So they'll increase their secretion, and they are preparing itself for the fertilized zygote. If the fertilized zygote is coming in the next days, then this endometrium is prepared to implant the coming zygote. So these were the 4 phases. First was the menstrual phase. In that the progesterone level is reduced. In the follicular phase, the level of FSH and LH, that is the pituitary hormone, okay, that is increasing. At ovulatory phase, the LH and FSH were at peak level, and the LH surge was responsible for the release of the ovum, that is ovulation. And finally the luteal phase, that is the day 15 to 28, the level of progesterone will increase, okay, and it will maintain the endometrium, and the uterine glands will become secretory, which will help in the implantation procedure if the ovum is fertilized with the help of sperm.